A zippy zip pack contains 2 scoops of white rice with furikake on top, shredded cabbage, 1 piece of Tecson, which is yellow pickled radish, 1 teriyaki glazed beef, 1 slice of Spam, 1 hoki fish with tartar sauce, and 1 fried thigh chicken. Breaking down the nutritional content for each micronutrient for each ingredient. First off, 2 scoops white rice with furikake has 360 calories, protein is 7 grams, fat is 1 gram, carbohydrates is 77 grams. The shredded cabbage has 5 calories, protein, fat is 0, and carbohydrates is 1 gram. The Tecson has 0 calories, protein, fat, and carbohydrates. The teriyaki glazed beef has 140 calories, 10 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 10 grams of carbohydrates. A slice of Spam has 80 calories, 4 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carbohydrates. Hoki fish with tartar sauce has 220 calories, 10 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 16 carbohydrates. Fried thigh chicken has 360 calories, 36 grams of protein, 26 grams of fat, and carbohydrates of 4 grams. The reason why the Zippy Zip pack was unhealthy was because it has 1,170 calories in one plate, 48 grams of fat, 110 grams of carbohydrates, and 68 grams of protein. You must eat 1,700 calories a day, and there are 3 meals a day, and that Zippy Zip pack is just one plate. This one plate goes a lot over. For carbohydrates, you must consume 63 to 92 grams per meal, or 191 to 276 grams a day. Protein, 14 to 49 grams a meal, or 43 to 149 grams a day. And for fat, 12 to 22 grams a meal, or 38 to 66 grams each day. There are the 3 main components for all food to nourish and maintain our bodies. That the Zippy Zip pack already tastes amazing, but a way to make it a little bit more healthier is by portioning it. So a new recipe that I came up with is to just have shredded cabbage, 1 Tecson, 1 scoop of brown rice, and 1 teri beef, and 1 hoki fish. I know it's not what you normally would expect when you order a Zip pack from Zippy's, but your tummy will still be satisfied. It is just portioned and healthier. It still tastes great, trust me. The dish to make it healthier will still have the shredded cabbage, 1 scoop of brown rice, Tecson, hoki fish, and teri beef, which gives only 515 calories of 91 grams of carbohydrates, 26 grams of protein, and 22 grams of fat in just one serving. You're gonna be good to go.
McDonald's Local Deluxe Plate by Nicole Tecson. The Local Deluxe Plate consists of 2 scoops of white rice, 2 scrambled eggs, 3 slices of Portuguese sausage, and 2 slices of Spam. The nutritional content of the 2 scoops of rice is 210 calories, 1 gram of fat, 50 grams of carbohydrates, and 4 grams of protein. For the 2 scrambled eggs, it is 150 calories, 11 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and 50 grams of protein. For the 3 slices of Portuguese sausage, it is 260 calories, 21 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and 17 grams of protein. And last, for the 2 slices of Spam, it's about 200 calories, 18.9 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbohydrates, and 26 grams of protein. So why is the Local Deluxe breakfast platter so unhealthy? It is said that the needed average calorie consumption per day is around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, depending on if you're male or female, and also the amount of activity a person is involved in. This meal is already a little less than half of your daily necessity at a total of 900 calories. The total fat at 45 grams is already 69% of your daily value. From the total fat, 520 milligrams of it is cholesterol. That is 173% of your allotted daily value, which is way over, really unhealthy. Also, the amount of saturated fat is also high at 80% of your daily value. The total carbs is at 27% of your daily value. The total protein is 38 grams. iron at 7 milligrams, calcium at 90 milligrams, and another high ingredient is the amount of sodium at 1,340,000 milligrams. That is 56% of your daily value. So a way to modify this recipe is first with the rice. You can portion it either by taking out a scoop of rice or two, substitute the rice with brown rice or quinoa. Brown rice is a whole grain. That means it contains all parts of the grain, including the fibrous bran, the nutritious germ, and the carb-rich endosperm. White rice, on the other hand, has had the bran and germ removed, which are the most nutritious part of the grain. This leaves white rice with very few essential nutrients, which is why brown rice is usually considered much healthier than white. The second substitution would be for the scrambled eggs. You can substitute the scrambled eggs with egg whites. The calorie content is cut down by 10 times. The fat intake is about 0, and protein is cut down, but not that much. For the 3 slices of Portuguese sausage, there are other substitutions as well. There aren't many healthier options for Portuguese sausage, so it's best to either have less slices or take it out entirely. You can try substituting the sausage with a lower sodium sausage, but there aren't too many. There are also turkey-based Portuguese sausages that are less in calories, fat, and sodium. For the 2 slices of Spam, you can use less Spam or a lower sodium Spam as well. Another alternative to reduce fat content, you can use Spam's oven roasted turkey. This product is made from all white meat turkey, which makes it much lower in fat than the classic version of Spam. Each serving contains only 80 calories, 4 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and 8 grams of protein. The oven-roasted turkey contains even less sodium than the Spam's light or less sodium versions, totaling only 450 milligrams per serving. This is likely the healthiest option in Spam's line of luncheon meats. For healthier options, if you keep the portions the same but substitute for healthier options, there will be at least 1/3 less in calories and fats. Lowering fat intake can lower your risk of higher cholesterol, which in most cases is linked to heart attack and stroke. Lowering fat also reduces risk of cancer. Researchers from the University of Utah at Salt Lake City found that increased consumption of trans fatty acids, also known as trans fats, was associated with an increased risk of developing colon cancer. And the second most important substitution are lower sodium products. Although salt is used in many bodily functions like muscle movement, excess salt can lead to higher blood pressure, which is a cause for an unhealthy heart. Any little change into a healthier diet will help in an overall health of a person.